When we went to Alaska in 2021, we decided to go to Whittier and take the Phillips 26 Glacier Tour out of the Whittier Harbor. And the fun part about getting to Whittier is just driving there. You have to go through this tunnel, which is a shared car and rail tunnel, and it's the longest such tunnel in North America. The boat we rode on with the 26 Glacier Tour was named the Bravest, and the Bravest has a very interesting history of its own. It was originally came from New York City. It was originally used as a ferry boat in New York City. It took place in two major historical events. One of those was after the terrorist attacks of 9/11. It was used to ferry people from Manhattan Island to the mainland of New York. The largest such boat lift since Dunkirk during World War II. And then when Captain Sully landed his airplane on the Hudson River, this boat was there helping with the rescue operations of the passengers. This boat was named the Bravest in honor of firefighters killed on 9/11. And the same company has another boat that they got from New York City, and that one was named the Finest. Again, honoring police officers that were killed on 9/11. It was a nice, comfortable boat. We went in, there was a nice place to sit. It was warm inside, which was good because, as seems to be our luck, it's always lousy weather when we take these boat tours. Of course, I still went outside and got lots of photo and video. Whittier has a picturesque boat harbor. It's a beautiful place there. Whittier is a unique town in that its population of about 200 people all live in the same building. Everything they need is in that one building. Police department, city hall, library, grocery store, medical clinic. There's even a tunnel that goes underground to the school across the street, so in the winter the students never have to go outside to get to school. Bummer factor is that would mean no snow days. Whittier and the surrounding area is very scenic and has lots of wildlife. It is a good idea to allow for some time to explore this Prince William Sound community while you are there. Start seeing glaciers almost as soon as you leave the Whittier Harbor. Prince William Sound is full of glaciers. Most of them are valley glaciers, but there are several tidewater glaciers where the glacier comes down and meets the ocean. As the boat continues to go forward, you find several large chunks of ice or small icebergs floating in the seawater. According to the captain, the boat can handle hitting up to a beach ball size of ice with no damage. Some of the larger chunks he had to change course and go around. Of course, you can hear the smaller chunks of ice going thunk against the side of the boat, and they remind you that the Titanic was sunk by an iceberg, and you're hoping your boat doesn't suffer the same fate. Oh wow! The Harvard Glacier is the highlight of the trip. I could stay and watch this all day long. The Harvard Glacier is approximately a mile wide where it meets the ocean. 400 feet of the glacier is visible above the waterline, and it contains another 400 feet below the waterline. The glacier is approximately 26 miles long. The glacier starts in the Chugach Mountains at an altitude of over 6,000 feet. From the time a flake of snow lands at the top of the glacier, it takes nearly 400 years for it to make it to the ocean. It snows constantly at the top of the Chugach Mountains. We were here in July, and it was snowing up there the day we took the tour. The best part about watching Harvard Glacier was seeing it calve chunks of ice into Prince William Sound. We didn't get to see any big ones, but we saw lots of small ones. One of the cool things about the boat we were on was the engines. They're diesel powered and kind of like a turbojet for the water. According to the captain, the engines move enough water to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool every 6 seconds. The boats are fast because the tour lasted 5.5 hours, and yet we covered 160 miles in that time. Another neat thing about the glaciers is the blue color. Even on the overcast day that we were there, the blue was just iridescent. It really sticks out from the white and gray colors that were prominent on this day. One of the last things we got to see on our tour was this seagull rookery surrounding a waterfall. All good things must come to an end, and so did our tour of Prince William Sound. The trip lasted 5.5 hours, and we were served a nice meal during the tour. Would I recommend this tour? Absolutely. If you want to see more content like this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course consider supporting me